Welcome gamers, one and all, to 5 years in the future. All of humanity has perished and machines have inherited the Earth. Ultrakill is the hot, not very new, first-person developed by a small team in New Zealand, popular among the Nisok enthusiast community. It is also exclusively played by people who both hate the sun and love quoting Attack of the Clones. People with enough obsessive and intimate knowledge of the insanely in-depth movement mechanics that they do a better job at repelling bitches than the Pokemon community. You play as John Ultrakill, the famous protagonist from the hit franchise Ultrakill, known for his crippling hematologania and defeating the illustrious all-powerful beacon of holy light right-hand angel of God himself by punching coins really hard. Much like the country it was made in, famous first-person shooter Ultrakill the video game features many historic and awesome landscapes, like Big Ben, and the stomach contents of a titan murdered by the angel Gabriel for shits and giggles. I'm taking you on a journey to discover the 9th best game on Steam, according to SteamDB, and explore Quake 2, Boneworks, a desert, the entire region of Auckland, and the rest of the next 2 chapters of this game, which will undoubtedly release before I finish making this video. And if for some reason you haven't already, maybe even convince you to buy.
Now what the hell is this? It's Ultrakill. Cut that shit out.
We start the game by turning the settings all the way down. Welcome to the first level of hell. You may recognize our surroundings, and that's because the devs tricked us, and this level is actually the entire Quake series. This is V1, drunk driving advocate, ram raiding specialist, and avid car bomb enthusiast. He also happens to be the character we play as. He can move in all lateral directions, dash, wall jump, stomp Goombas, and is left-handed. One of the good ones. And this is V1's pistol. For those of you who don't come from the land of the free, allow me to demonstrate its 2 functions. Gun and piercing shot. Running through the brown corridors, we come across the hardest part of the game. The tutorial. I know, it's a little unusual to wrap the difficulty up so early. This is the... It has 2 moves and 1 purpose. Run, lunge, and explode into massive chunks of viscera. And this is the heat and
I know your ass got a sweat pool in your hole right now.
Say hello to the character that was named right before the devs had to log off for the night. You will not see him for the remainder of the campaign.
3, 2, 1. Your ass feel like a diabolical tap dancing pickle boy. You got bed bugs like termites living under sink, led by a 3-legged radioactive skunk. When a cannonball to that bitch was then alerting on ball to boy. Then you be doing ASM and started eating nickels at the skunk, and then pour the C4 at him. You feel like a pansexual cheesy boy. You feel like a tap dance.
This is the manic pixie dream girl of gunpowder-based weaponry. I'm still waiting on the new blood shotgun body pillow. Everything you need in a weapon is right here. Versatility, high damage output, and the ability to... Why does punching your shotgun pellets make them explosive? Why can you punch your shotgun pellets? Let me answer your question with a question. Why do so many Rick and Morty episodes incorporate a heavy theme of incest as its driving force for the plot? Level 4 is where Ultrakill really lets you play around with your new skills. More enemies, more open spaces, and... oh no. Now that we've racked up some points, let's head over to this funny little box that we've been ignoring right up until now. We're going to buy the giving $1,000 to a homeless person upgrade, and armor shotgun. Now hold on to your skin, because this is where Ultrakill gets interesting. The first of these upgrades allows you to use tactical coins, the most versatile Queen Elizabeth you'll ever come across. You can shoot the coin, shoot 2 coins, shoot all the coins, punch the coin, punch it multiple times, beat the final boss of the first chapter by punching the coin, shoot the coin while it flashes to split the coin in 2.
Punch the coin. Shoot the coin. Use the coin. Punch the coin. The coin. Shoot the coin. Use the coin. Punch the coin. Kill your enemies with the coin. Rob a bank. Ram raid a shop. With the coin. Do it. Do it. Overthrow the government. Assassinate Elon Musk. Use the coin to punch the coin. Do it. Use the coin. Use the coin. Use the coin.
The second upgrade allows you to preemptively charge your shotgun to deal more damage on your next shot. Charge it too far, and you explode. However, with a well-timed dash, this explosion can be avoided, making for another very useful tool. You can also parry attacks with a shotgun. By getting up close and firing point blank similar to regular parrying, you can negate their attack, and trigger them. On top of all this, having 2 variants of the shotgun allows you to quick switch, skipping the cooldown of firing your weapon, allowing for massive damage and a pretty hefty score count. Now, remember 90 seconds ago when I said you could punch your shotgun pellets? Well, if we combo these 2 techniques together, we can unleash a near constant stream of explosive pellet-based hellfire. The first rule of Ultrakill is do not question Ultrakill. There's a reason Ultrakill is so good, and it's cause it goes faster than my dad. You have to try to not enjoy yourself. Every second of movement in Ultrakill is a million synapses firing, calculating your next move, allowing you to dunk as stylishly as possible on your enemies.
I have been programmed in the way of the blade. Millennia of evolutionary combat craftsmanship, culminating in perfection.
You know reverse grip doesn't work, right?
Reverse grip is fucking cool!
Round 2. Fight!
For some reason, New Blood seems to like having their levels look like the digestional tract of a mechanical whale. Maybe they're a Moby Dick fan. Excuse me, sir. Do you want the or should I double it and give it to the next person? No thanks. Oh fuck. I need a hobby. I hear nicotine is popular these days. What the fuck was in that acid? Welcome to Layer 1. That's right, we're 8.5 minutes into the video, and we've only just finished the prologue. The last level taught us how to murder, this level teaches us how to grow tomatoes, before swiftly reminding you that you were raised in a capitalist society, and that growing your own food is the equivalent to worshipping Satan. Remember kids, you're not living if your planet isn't dying. Layer 1 really hammers this point home by immediately providing you with your next weapon, industrial grade construction equipment. Compared to the first 2 weapons, there's not as much tech for the nail gun, but then again, there doesn't need to be when you're handling machinery that spits enough stainless steel to construct your own domestic grade 700-litre tapered brewery tank. Layer 1 is where Ultrakill really starts to get your balls rolling. It introduces the drones and the Their only job is to explode really nicely when you critical hit them with a coin. This next level is the first non-linear level in Ultrakill, but only if you take the easy route. There is no way to tell which is which. Finding one of the 2 skulls opens a way forward, but Ultrakill shows the more inquisitive players how I lied to all of you.
what makes the bride, it looks like. All you homeowners and barons want to keep us innocent drunk drivers from enjoying a little pool screws. Maybe if you stayed off the sidewalk, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Bring this man his keys. He's ready to drive.
Hey Siri! Call the police! I'm about to commit a felony!
For those players newer to movement FPS games, this is where Ultrakill starts to get a little challenging. You need to be very aware and deliberate with your positioning in order to avoid any damage. So far on our journey through hell, we have seen where and how the many different types of human souls have manifested. Akita was kind enough to show us where all the aborted children went. So it is true what they say. God does give his drunkest drivers his biggest SUVs, and his thirstiest chemists his strongest hydrogen peroxide. Let me in. A puzzle? I'm here for violence, not thinking. Much better. Oh god, how many boss fights does this game have?
Hello, little insect.
We are literally the same size.
I do believe we're yet to be formally introduced. I am V2, your successor to the human's design. I'm sure you're wondering why fate has brought us together.
No.
As you know, the surface world has run dry of its power source. We machines migrated down here with the flesh bags to survive. While feasting on human souls is mildly satisfactory, I surmise that the biggest source of blood down here is to be that of a machine, and you look just right for the taking. Just as God intended, now bow before me as I take what shall soon be mine.
If you struggled beating the last boss, then good luck getting anywhere with this one. V2 serves as Ultrakill's great divider.
It's just, I get exhausted. I can't, my brain goes like, alright man, that's enough. There's no humans are supposed to be doing this.
If V1 handles like an F-15 Raptor with a helical engine, then fighting V2 is like trying to pull over O.J. Simpson on the Autobahn. I'm gonna beat this fight the only way that makes sense, with officially promoted vibrator support. If V2 isn't gonna let me win, then he will at least let me come. I understand if you're confused. It all makes sense when you realize Ultrakill stole Genshin Impact status for horniest fanbase. They're just catering to the demographic. In this fight, V2 has every weapon you currently have. He can even shoot your own coins. Luckily for me, I have every weapon he has. He doesn't stand a chance, maybe. In case you haven't realized it, V2 is very annoying to deal with.
I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you...
Fucking...
Oh yes, let me just attach this third arm onto my third arm slot. If you're wondering why we need a 12 gauge for an appendage, don't worry about it. There's no real use for it until later on. Oh shit, it's the Biden dimension. I have to get out of here before I develop an attraction to skinny-waisted men and crop tops. If you have pictures of men wearing crop tops, do not send them to me. I hate receiving pictures of men wearing crop tops. Welcome to the layer of lust. This layer encourages much more experimentation with the movement mechanics, and if you want to get anywhere in the next layer, you better get good at learning. The game outright tells you how to long jump, but there are a few more interesting mechanics you should know about if you want to be any good in the late game. Firstly, get familiar with sliding. It is your easiest option to staying mobile without using stamina. Sliding can be comboed with a preemptive dash to create a faster slide, and will abuse the iframe so hard that you cannot be hit at all while using this technique. We can add one more technique onto this to turn ourselves into a bastion of movement. After dash sliding, we can use that extra momentum to transition into sliding bunny hops. This can lead into some incredible movement and transitions us into one last technique, super slide jumping. There is one singular frame during a slide that allows you to transition into an incredibly fast dash. This is wildly hard to do, but with practice it can become an incredibly useful tool. Oh look, they finally moved South Auckland to where it belongs. In hell. They even managed to get the down here. This is strangely really accurate, although Hikita did make one mistake. The power grid works. At least in the future the water actually flows under the city. Oh my god. This is the rail cannon, and Christ it is good. It has enough tech to make a Mormon cry. There is your standard rail cannon, piercing shot, high damage, and full integration with the pistol coin mechanics, with a hefty damage multiplier. The YouTube tutorials for this variant alone are enough to make a video as long as this one. There is the malicious rail cannon. It shoots the same explosive hit scan as this guy. It also has full coin integration. And finally, the screwdriver. Strangely enough, not as popular as the first two. It may have something to do with the mandatory lobotomy all users are required to undertake after installing Ultrakill, because the screwdriver is the first utility weapon you get. The drill it shoots does a small amount of prolonged damage. This is designed to create a window of opportunity for healing. Oh yeah, by the way, blood heals you or something, I don't know. My blood type is F for fucking stupid. V1 proves that the phrase no one heals by hurting others is bullshit. Sometimes violence is the answer, and the question is, how am I gonna show my Christmas spirit for this afternoon's party? Good for newer players to fall back on if they're struggling. However, it can allow you to kill the hideous mass in seconds, and can be punched from enemy to enemy to reset the damage timer, potentially allowing for multiple drills if you're good enough. This is the barrier for entry for those of you who decided they didn't want to learn the movement mechanics. I did try to warn you. The Mind Flayer can be beaten easily if you remember to parry her projectiles with the Knuckle Blaster and stay mobile enough that she can't hit you. No, I've played Half-Life. I know better than that.
Would you mind rolling down your window for me?
What the fuck?
Alright buddy, you know you can't walk on the tracks. I don't care how much Half-Life you played, there are signs telling you to stay off them for your own safety.
When they said they'd show me the long arm of the law, that's a fucking stupid joke.
I'm gonna have to take you down to the station for a little chat.
Take me down to the station? What the fuck?
Stop resisting!
Oh, what was that?
You clearly haven't learned your lesson, so how about I teach you the hard way?
None of this makes... Welcome to Anatomy Park, where instead of theme park rides we have the spinal column of an animator, and what I can only assume to be 5 different stomachs. This entire level is designed with schizophrenics in mind, because this time there really is something in the walls. And they're watching you. You know, I think I know why Minos walks like that. Let's just skip this room and move on to the next one.
Machine, do you know why Christians are so susceptible to conspiracy theories?
What?
It is because we've been trained to see an enemy that most of the world does not believe exists. And if you only knew what to look for, you would see him too!
Welcome to the actual schizophrenic. It's only taken half the game to get to this point. Gabriel lives up to his namesake as a boss. For newer players, beating him is a milestone in progression, but for those of you who've actually been paying attention to what I've been teaching you, this fight will prove quite easy. You see, there is one technique I've talked about that counters almost all, if not all of Gabriel's attacks. You just slide. That's it. That's the big secret to turning this incredibly difficult fight into a cakewalk.
Cakewalk? I'll show you a cakewalk! How can this be? This guy is atheist!
Milady?
You insignificant fuck! This is not over!
It's over. This video took a lot of effort to make, so if it does well, then I'll make another one.
Thank you.